I'm definitely like a fall winter gal. I love a blizzard. Towards the end of winter, you start to feel a little bit stuck with what you have, and that's one reason why I think it's really important to invest in a good coat. And one of the ways I've been thinking about it is like, don't go to Zara and buy the thing that's close to the thing you like. Just invest in the thing you actually want. We're also seeing kind of a decline in the way of talking and thinking about trends, where a couple times a year you reinvent yourself entirely. It's like in the fall we're cowgirls, but in the spring we're robots. Like no one's actually tossing out everything in their wardrobe. And I think where we are with fashion generally, with everything from like Vetements to Celine, you're seeing crazy stuff and you're seeing really, really classic stuff. So no matter what end of the spectrum you fall on in terms of your personal style, there's something kind of in it for everyone. The first group is shearling. Shearling is an amazing way to actually stay warm. It's functional. It looks super, super luxurious. It's a great investment piece. A good shearling coat, if you take care of it, is something that you can pass on to your kids. I love this one because the pink accents make it feel really current, but the shape is pretty timeless. And then the gray version is just like, this is the shearling coat when you think of a shearling coat. Like it looks incredibly expensive. The next group is lady coats. The fall Celine collection I found so inspiring and I think has really impacted the way a lot of people are dressing. Traditionally, these shapes you might not have thought of as something that was perhaps for a younger audience, but you're seeing them styled with things like slouchy trousers and trainers, and it looks really contemporary. I love a good robe coat. One like this looks really elegant. It goes with a gown, it would go with a party dress. It's a great investment piece to take you through the whole holiday party season. And this gray one I also love. It's kind of the similar, same lady vibe, but slightly less structured. It's a little bit more casual. But again, like the whole thing is really about that super tailored shape with just kind of looking like a classic, feminine, tailored, beautiful coat. Next, novelty puffers definitely skew on the more of the moment side. It's definitely something that I think it emerged out of the streetwear trend. It feels more pegged to now, but they're super functional. They're very, very warm, super lightweight. I feel like when you're wearing one, it's like an Ugg boot. They're warm in the winter, but not overpowering in the spring. Like, again, this is like just a really good investment piece if you're looking for something that feels a little bit more fun and funky in like 2019. Colorful coats. To me, it's like the easiest, most foolproof styling trick. You can wear nothing underneath and have a bright coat and look really, really chic and stylish. I like to think of, especially during party season, like there's always parties you go to where you don't want to stay long enough to take your coat off. Like this is that kind of coat. Like it makes a huge impact when you walk in the door. If this is the first and last thing anyone sees of your outfit, you're done. Like you're already the best dressed person at that terrible party. Quilting is, I think, at first glance, it seems similar to a puffer, but the whole idea of it is totally different. The stitching patterns have more of a vintage feel to them. These are great layering pieces, which makes them amazing for transitional dressing or if you live somewhere where it's not quite so cold. We saw them a lot as a street style trend, whether people were buying vintage ones or new ones, styled all different ways. They look gorgeous with something more feminine like this skirt underneath, but also just as cool with like a slouchy track pant and sneakers. And then my favorite trend, which isn't really, it's like the least trend-like trend ever, is camel. And you'd never think of camel as being like the hot color of the season because it's camel, but it's the most expensive looking color, which I think is an underrated quality. Like you don't have to invest that heavily in something camel for it to really transform your whole look into something that's like really, really, really chic. I think in terms of an investment, there's no better clothing investment you can make than a really solid like camel cashmere robe coat. I love this Burberry one though. I've never seen anything like this with the scarf attached to it. This is another one of those like one and done outfit makers. If you have this is like the only thing you really need to wear. I think it's an amazing category for shopping obsessed people because it's one that you can really build on season after season.